once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love once again. Welcome back to Morning Brew with Jack. I think is Coffee with Jack. Obviously at a different location. I'm hanging out with a buddy of mine, buddy of ours, Barney, in his studio. And yesterday we were brainstorming, had some ideas, and here we are. Barney, what do you want to share?
Yes, here we are indeed. How's the sound? Press 1 if you can hear us both. How is the sound? We need some feedback. Can you hear us? Can you hear Jack? Can you hear Barney? Please press 1 if you can hear us.
Yes.
So press 1 if you can hear us. And I don't think it's once again, Jack. This is the pilot episode.
Yes.
The pilot episode.
Thank you.
Let me let me go back to your YouTube channel. Oh, it's not showing what I wanted to show.
It's not showing.
Damn it.
Oh, it's not.
It's showing like everything.
Yeah.
Why, Jack?
I'm not sure. How is that happening?
I don't know.
Dude, it's different.
Nope, not a sound.
Not a sound.
Can't hear you. Loud and clear. Why is it showing this mess of the studio?
I don't know.
Well, something to think about, Jack.
All right.
Kind of a.
Well,
hold on. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Custom layout 9. Here we go. All right. This is a working kind of thing.
Yes, we're trying something new, and this is what happens. But the wonderful thing is, once we start this, we have plenty we can improve on.
So let's try this.
And so
there we go. Tell me this works.
Looks like Barney's getting the bugs worked out on the setup and the sound. Beautiful.
Now you don't see all the mess. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress here at Barney Studios. Can we hear us or not? Please press 1 if you can hear us. I'm hearing lots of stuff. Can you hear us both? Waiting for a response patiently.
At this point, well,
what does 5x5 mean? I guess that means yes.
It means good, I believe.
Oh.
I believe that means good. So thank you.
Okay.
Main thing, if the sound is good, the mug is what it is, but we thought this would be an amazing opportunity, a different layout, having a couple people work together, and something different, something inspiring and refreshing and fun. That's what I gathered was our plan, right?
Inspiring, yes. Refreshing, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Inspiring, refreshing, and fun. You sound like a marketing executive. That's great. So let me tell you what brought this idea to mind, if I may. Jack.
Please do.
I get Jack to myself, IRL, so to speak, in real life. It's true. I'm a YouTuber in my own right. I'm kind of in hiding at the moment. I got in trouble on YouTube. There's a few things going on in my life. And I am kind of laying low for the moment. So I will rise up when the time is right, but the time is not right now. Mm-hmm. Right now, the time is right for me to be on Team Talcott. And I want other people to see Talcott as I see Talcott.
Thank you.
Because the other day, he came to Barney Studios. We had a cup of coffee. We were chopping it up. And sure enough, I was like, wow, this is the Talcott people don't see on the show. This is the beneficial Talcott. This is what people are missing. This is where it's at. And And honestly, just for personal reasons, I was hoping I could use you, Jack, in that I need a schedule. I need to be more. I need to be more consistent in life and more productive because there's a lot going on, and I want to succeed and win. And with your help, with you coming to Baltimore, my life has gotten better right off the bat for so many reasons. For so many reasons, and I just want to testify, perhaps, to say that because that's the truth. But I was thinking, man, if I got Talcott, if I had a schedule with Talcott coming down here and we were going to have coffee and just talk like we sometimes do, why not film that? It helps me in life. I bet it could help someone else. And my plan is to start my day with Talcott as much as we don't know what the schedule is.
Not yet.
Start my day with Talcott, have coffee just like I always do. And maybe not doom scroll. Maybe not look at Instagram garbage. Right? Maybe do something maybe set the tone, because the day that I started my day with Jack, it just set the tone. It was great. I had coffee. We had a talk. I went to the gym. I was just winning all day. And I was like, man, what a great day. I was just winning. And why was I winning? I think because I started it with Jack, because we had our talks. And that's what it is. But here's the other. So that's what I'm thinking. What
Hey,
any thoughts on that, Jack?
yes, Barney, thank you. It's humbling. Sincerely, that is humbling. And I sincerely appreciate the kind words and the idea. And if I want, and a couple of things to feed back on that, I love that you're leading this, because that's what I see. I see Barney leading Team Talcott, right? Time with Talcott. What can we do to create more Team Talcott, more time with Talcott? What can we do to help the better parts of Jack come out? That's what I hear from you. And that is what a friend offers. And so the the you offered a testimony and give some credit that life has improved since I've arrived. And
100%. 100%.
and I didn't hear you giving me all credit, not at all, but partial credit, and thank you. That's really what friends do. You've been a friend for me as well, Barney. Your dedication and motivation to get to the gym and drag me and show me the gym and get me going. I haven't taken the step yet, to be honest.
It's today we're going to the gym. Are we going to make gains, Jack?
It's 50-50 for today. I got some other appointments and stuff this morning.
Sounds like a no. Vegan Gains is actually have you heard of Vegan Gains?
I'm familiar, yeah.
You could be Vegan Gains 2.0. But anyways, keep going.
Hey, and credit to you, okay? You found something that you think is a benefit and you noticed it. And then you're like, how can I grow this? That is leadership, self-leadership. That's the path to creating a better life for you. So if I can be a part of this with you, and if the viewers tune in, if folks like this, and especially if those folks with deep wallets, right, they show up and they start contributing, so this turns into a little bit of mutual exchange, maybe even some profit for the time and contributions, but who knows? No reason to future trip, no reason to worry about the results, because I'm having fun. And if we can have fun in the mornings, that's a great way to start the day.
Absolutely, Jack. I just wanted to mention Time with Talcott. Is that the title of the morning show? I don't know.
I love it.
So anyone who has any ideas, of course, for title of the show, please do submit it in the form of a super chat. Will be considered. Actually, the highest super chat will probably win, FYI, or not. And this is, I want you to. My favorite part of your show is when you talk. Is when you monologue, and I think I could be your producer. You don't even see the comments.
No, I can't see the comments. Yeah, so no distractions for me. None.
This is pure Talcott dope right here. This is unadulterated Talcott. This is the purest form. Puda.
Uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted. And that's what we got going on. So
thank you.
Time with Talcott. I'm liking that. I don't know. Coffee with Talcott. I'm not sure. I'm just thinking out loud.
Awaken with Jack.
Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one.
For a morning, and who knows? The idea is, I love your idea, and I appreciate it. And this, dude, this is amazing. There's, not to point out the obvious, but the synchronicities, there's memories involved here, and it's just, I feel so comfortable with you and this. And the benefit for me is, we all know that Jack gets easily distracted, right? We all know that sometimes Jack likes to get a little frustrated and just bark at people, be frick, dude. I'm hilarious sometimes. I go back and I see how I react. I'm like, who the frick are you, dude? What are you doing? But without those distractions, I think, yeah, we can do some good things. And I was trying to think, what could I share? I wasn't exactly sure where we'd run or what was gonna.
Well, I have an idea.
Okay.
And before
let me step back.
I know I'm clearing my throat quite a lot, and I am sorry for that. I don't know how to. Let's see here. We're running off of one. Let me. Okay, there we go. So I just wanted to talk about kind of our relationship, things that I notice, things that happen. And it's usually one of us comes to the other with this thing, the latest thing. Did you see what Trump did? What's up with Biden? Did you see what's happening in the Middle East? Or did you check out what's happening with Baltimore? And we're both like, yes. And we're both excited. And then we go down different roads. And I'm like, yeah, this is a bunch of crap. Obviously, we should do this. And then you look at me like, oh my God, you're an animal. You're a beast. You're a fool. Usually you'll call me bad names. And you look at me like as a disapproving father. And then you give me your ideas. And I'm like, you're just a dreamer and a stupid hippie, and other things. And then we kind of get mad at each other. And then we usually go our own ways, and then we meet up again.
Yeah.
So I want to talk through issues and just talk it out.
I love it.
And we both think that our ideas are better.
Yes.
But only mine are better. No, just kidding. Hold on. Let me put a hat on a ball.
Okay. We certainly do have some differing views, but the fact that we keep talking, and I love yes, we can get through some of these disagreements, but the current news is where we often divide, and it's hilarious.
We divide quite a bit. And then we get mad. As I said, I know I'm repeating myself, and then we're so let down in each other.
I'm laughing because I'm remembering as you're describing, and I have to admit, yes, I probably have been insulting, and I probably have given that disapproving scowl.
Yeah, you call me a fool and a more idiot and all kinds of names.
I do apologize, man,
fine,
but
fine. Only apologize for staying mad.
Okay,
mad.
Fair. Thank you.
Only apologize for staying mad. That's what makes me mad. So
thank you.
But you only stay mad for a few minutes. But and let me just say one more thing about the show. The show is not going to be a long show.
No.
Hour and a half. We're really not encouraging panelists. Of course, we do offer an open panel. We need $100, and we'll open it up for 30 minutes. And I am the producer, so I'm going to show no mercy. The instant I feel insincerity or just nonsense, you're out. So that's what's up. So if you really want to join, we got to accumulate $100. And if that never happens, it never happens. That's fine.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's where we're at. So I want to talk about something that happened to us, Jack.
Please.
We were at Barney Studios. And I said, Jack, there's a, we're not cussing, gosh darn junkie shooting heroin in the middle of the day across the street in a residential block. Okay, so I don't know how many times people have seen junkies shooting up. Now, I live in Baltimore. I've seen some things, but it's not every day that you see someone just shooting up in the middle of the block of a residential block. This block is, I don't know what everyone's accustomed to, but it's pretty rough. The block is pretty good. Everything around it is like, it's quite shocking unless you're used to it, honestly. I'll put it at that. But to see someone shooting up, and they weren't shooting up in their first choice in veins, right? You know, they're getting when they're going for those veins. It's like they blew up all their other ones. They blew up their other ones. So we got this junkie shooting up. And to tell you the truth, it's only the second time I've seen it. I would even, isn't there like a junkie code? You know, go to the trap house, go in an alley, try to hide. No, just right in the middle of the block, shooting up. Right across the street from Barney Studios. So
it was clearly troubling for you.
Clearly troubled. Of course, FYI, I was a nurse and an EMT for years. I have had quite a bit of experience with junkies, and I don't know what you think I feel, but I feel compassion for them. I see that they can't stop. I understand this physical addiction and the mental addiction. I'm not an addict myself, but I do have compassion for them. Sometimes they would come in, we call them, they're called drug seekers. Drug seekers don't bother me. They don't bother me when I worked in the ER quite a bit. I would just prefer that they come in and say, I need to get high. I'm sick. And it's better to do that than to give them like a CAT scan, 3 x-rays, and all this extra stuff. Then to fight them, then to this, because if someone's truly addicted, when the drugs leave their system, they are experiencing discomfort. They are experiencing pain.
It's true.
So there's a whole thing about that. There's methadone clinics. There's a lot to consider. But I saw this guy, and I'm not okay with this. And not to sound like some white savior complex, but if this was happening in an effing white neighborhood, some guy shooting up right outside someone's house, like, why do we tolerate it here? Why? So I come to you and I'm like, what the F is going on? I called the cops. They better get him out of here. Because that's all we have. We don't have some emergency junkie intervention crisis squad. All we have is the cops.
Yep.
You can't send a fire department or EMTs first. The cops have to come first in something like this. I called the cops, and then you didn't seem happy with what I did. Let's talk about that. Hold up.
Okay.
Shout out to Hank O'Flamio. This is the first super chat of Time with Talcott, Morning Chats with Jack, Coffee with Jack. I don't know what the name of the show is. This would have worked better if you had a ringer to pretend pay $100 US, but you gave it to them to pay to come on. I don't understand that. Do you understand this?
I think so. It might have been better if we had someone set the example and lead, right?
Yeah.
$100 to
Yeah.
get the panel open.
Yeah.
And I get that. That's an interesting marketing thing. But today's day one. I'm not so worried about it because we do have a hard press at the end for today.
Yeah.
But
Ringer. Yeah. Okay. Ringer. I get it.
yeah.
And Hank,
Thank you,
thank
Hank.
you so much for the first contribution. Your contribution has not gone unnoticed.
Amen.
And Hank, of course, is a legend in his own right, and I certainly appreciate that. Thank you so much, Hank.
Absolutely.
By leading by example.
He does. His generosity shines.
Absolutely. Okay, so
the addicts and the street. And admittedly, now that it's not the immediacy of the moment, I understand you a little more too. Because part of my thought, so when this was pointed out, the junkie was still out there. And my eyes aren't as great, but apparently he shot up right in front of us, perhaps.
100%. I've got binoculars.
I couldn't
loan them to you.
I couldn't see it clearly, so I'll trust. Maybe I trust what he says. It probably happened. And then the police did drive by.
And not stop.
And my first reaction was the guy is sick, you know?
Facts.
And Barney didn't dispute that, but he clearly has a sense of ownership that I haven't acquired yet for the community. Because I didn't think about it yesterday, but as you were sitting here talking about it, I was thinking about how I would have been in my old neighborhood, a little suburban white neighborhood where everyone is everyone, right? I don't know, but I do know that there was an incident where I brought in a heroin addict to my house. And then he ended up being the result of me calling the police a couple of times. And then when he was outside, it seems the neighbors called the police. And I don't think he was even shooting up in the neighborhood. He was just outside with a trash bag and a dog. He was homeless. And people called the police on him.
One more thing I didn't mention, of course. Junkies, heroin junkies, typically the reputation is as follows. Maybe they're not going to rob you. They're not like DC people on PCP. Those are the scary ones, or crack. But they are going to break into your car, break into your house, and steal anything that's not bolted down. So I don't want them around here. But keep going, Jack. So
I understand.
I said call the police because that's all we have.
It
and
is.
I think you reacted like, don't criminalize them, help them. It's like, okay, Jack, go help them. Here's a guy that needs help, and he's right there.
Yeah.
Do you want to deal with this dude? He's probably got hepatitis C,
right.
AIDS. How do you? What are you gonna? How do you help that? And the only way I see help it is to get him in the system.
I understand that.
Let him have a charge. Possession of drugs. Okay, you're in the jail. At least maybe you can sober him up for 3 days. Maybe you can give them whatever, Librium, methadone, whatever it takes to get them clean, at least if not for anything, for a day. And sometimes that happens. And a lot of times if you talk to drug addicts, they'll say, well, not a lot of times, but let me just say I've heard it a few times that going to jail cleaned them up.
Yeah.
And otherwise they'd be not alive.
Yeah.
I wish there was a better way, but life is beautiful. Life is precious, and we must preserve it. And that's the best thing. So are you coming? Are you ready to call the cops? Are you seeing things my way? What should we do next time we see a junkie shooting up across the street from Barnabas Studios? What is the plan? Let's have a course of action, Jack.
Well, you could always go and join him.
And shoot up? No thanks.
It might be an option if it's a friendly junkie. Who knows? I don't know.
Okay.
The options are unlimited for us. But truly, I mean, I stand at my core, I see addiction and poverty as symptoms of a broken society. That means the community has failed. The community has failed because we've allowed problems to get to this point where junkies think it's okay to shoot up in the middle of a residential area. And that's not okay. We all know it's not okay. And yet, if we're at this point, and we are at this point where a lot of times the police are the first line of defense, right? We don't have a lot of options because people have gotten so out of control. If one community member tries to go out and confront one junkie, well, on their own, there that could be a dangerous situation, and I don't deny that. But and this is also why I do still have a little bit of compassion, not a little. I do still have compassion in my heart for the first responders. While I don't agree with the tactics of the police and all these enforcement agencies, I do know that those people in uniform, the first responders, the ER and technicians and employees, these people see the worst of the worst so that the average people don't have to. We live in a crazy world. I don't mean to get it deep. We're in the morning, man, right? We're being positive though, right?
Here's a specific question.
Yes.
Next time someone's shooting up across the streets from Barnabas Studios, what should I do? Should I just let them shoot up, leave their AIDS needles laying around where kids play?
You know
Should I
what?
call the police? What should I do?
God, that's a great question. And to be honest, I don't know. I mean, because you could make the case the responsible thing to do is to report the problem, to let another in the community know that there's a problem. That's a responsible thing to do. And in this case, the police, that's the appropriate agency, the appropriate part of the community to notify. But the other side is, if they're not causing immediate danger or crime, it's another person trying to get through this crazy world.
I'm going to pin you down, Jack. I'm going to pin you down. What is the policy of Barney Studios in regards to junkies shooting up right across the street?
Damn.
Right? I want a policy right now. Immediate harm. Well, they're harming themselves. They might off themselves right across the street.
You know what? That's true.
That could be their last one. They're harming themselves.
You are seeing someone potentially causing harm to themselves. And you don't want that guilt of what if I did call? Say you don't call and you see something happen. What if I didn't,
But isn't that selfish? I don't want you to pass away because I'll feel guilty. I mean, that's selfish.
Well, okay, it is selfish.
Like,
it is.
You can't pass away because you're going to make me feel bad, bro.
No, where my mind was going is to be responsible, to be wise, you want to avoid doing things that cause you guilt, right? That's what I look for. I made so many mistakes. I try to avoid making mistakes. Now, calling the police on someone in this day and age, with the mindset of some of the characters, not just the junkies, but some of the mindset of the people in uniform, that can be a dangerous choice as well.
You sound like you are from Washington State. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
No.
Honestly, yeah.
Well, actually, Spokane, where I came from,
of course, land of Rachel Dolezal. Keep going.
Yep, she came from there. Rachel Dolezal from
Dolezal.
Her
whatever. Name is Inchiki and Fume. She changed her name, but keep going.
Well, I also heard a statistic that Spokane was ranked like number 2 for the most cop shootings. The cops have the highest percentage of shooting people in Spokane. So
It's probably because of all your liberal mindedness. They think they can get away with it. Honestly, I think the liberal mindedness, the I know my rights, you can't do that, all that backsassing probably probably takes them off the globe. In my opinion, this is just right off the top of my dome. I'm speaking, but all right, you're saying a lot of things. You're starting to use these liberal talking points, which I completely disagree with. You still haven't answered my question. Oh, Jack, look, there's someone shooting up right now. What do I do? Because the last thing I did got you mad.
It didn't get me mad.
You gave me that look.
I gave you a look.
And you looked at me like I was a mean person. You're mean. You call the cops.
No, here.
What was the look? Did I misjudge the look?
I think part of it was you were still carrying it. You'd already called, right? You already did what you could do, but then you were still.
I was mad. I was upset.
You were upset.
I wanted you to be mad and upset, but
I know
you wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't,
and then it just made me more mad.
I know it does. I'm sorry.
It's like, God damn it, Jack! Get mad with me.
I know.
Misery loves company. Why don't you join me?
That's what I've learned. Misery loves company, and I don't love the company of misery, not within myself. So I try not to pick up on others. I actually try to help others kind of step out of it without saying it. I think that's what it was. Because I don't like it when people feel bad. I really don't, especially people I care about. And I do care about Barney. That's for sure.
But I don't know what they call this, but I'm sure there's a term for it, but sometimes it's fun to get mad. Is that unhealthy? Sometimes it's fun to be angry. Makes you feel alive. Is that bad? Is that wrong with me? It's true. It's like, look at this. Look at Trump did. Look at Biden did. Look at the Middle East. Can you believe? It's fun to get upset.
On a deeper perspective, it certainly is. It's part of our growth. That's what I've learned. These emotions, we've got to be authentic. We've got to allow ourselves to feel the anger when the anger arrives. We don't want to deny it, but we also don't want to get attached to it. That's what I've been learning. Because I had times in my past where I am who I am. I'm a man of faith, and I thought a long time ago God was doing something with me. So I thought righteous anger was what God wanted me to share. And so I yelled righteously at people, and I scared them away.
So I'm going to circle back. I'm going to circle back, Jack.
All right.
I really need a policy expert for Barnabas Studios.
Tell you what.
Do you need time to figure this out? Like me getting mad and calling the cops you didn't like. So what would make you be like, oh my God, Barnabas, you handled that perfectly? What's the perfect way to handle a junkie shooting up across the street from Barnabas Studios on a residential block where kids run up and down the block? What should I do?
How about this? Until we find alternatives in the community, how about you do what you did, you report what you saw, but don't get angry about it. How about that?
So call the cops in a non-angry way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I like that. That's I got an answer. Basically, maybe we feel like we both won.
Maybe that's the idea. That's the
best diplomacy I've ever heard. Keep going, Jack.
Diplomacy and negotiations. It's about finding mutual wins. So, but here's my mindset with that. Okay. I really don't think you did anything wrong. What I disapproved of was your anger, right? So what I think is happening, though, because your judgment, you view it as wrong, which is righteous. Nothing inaccurate with that. I mean, a junkie shooting up in the neighborhood, yeah,
In the middle of the day.
in the middle of the day,
In the
right?
middle of the block.
Yeah, it's righteous anger is not wrong, but it doesn't feel good, and I want you to feel good. You're a friend of mine, right? So if you can realize, okay, I see something wrong, but I know this is a step towards a solution, and that was your genuine intent. You called with the intent of a step towards a solution, um, but I think you saw it more as trying to control. Does that make sense?
I mean,
Control instead of support.
if someone wants to shoot heroin in front of my studio, you can call it what I mean. You sound like a woman. Honestly, you sound like a woman who's like, you're controlling. Yeah, I am controlling. I don't want you shooting smack in front of my studios. You can call me controlling. You can call me insecure. You can call me what you want, but I don't want you shooting smack in front of this studio. Can you go to a flop house and do it? Can you go somewhere else? You know, you're going to leave your needles around. You're going to start smashing, breaking into cars, anything that bolted to the ground. This is why we can't even have salt containers anymore in Baltimore, because people will like steal the freaking salt for the ice. I mean, come on. So, yeah, I reject your control thing, but I am happy with the win-win. I'm still calling the cops, but I'm going to do it in a friendly way. No, I'll call them in a friendly. I won't. Okay, I'll just suppress my anger, and it's kind of like, how dare you shoot up in front of Barnabas Studios? What the F do you think this is? This is not a flop house. This is Barnabas Studios. This is Gentry West. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I took it personally too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and this is it. Life is not always fair.
It's not. I can only imagine what this person went through to be shooting smack in front of Barnabas Studios. I grew up, thanks mom and dad, you're great. You know, this poor person, who knows the horrors that they had to endure growing up. I can only imagine. So hopefully I wish the best for this person, but that person, their needles and their smack need to skedaddle down the road, because I'm not having it. I will call the cops in a friendly manner. Thank you for writing the policy.
Well, now here's another thing too. When we're concerned with policies and rules, that alone can cause us to stress, because when we know policies and rules, and we have an expectation that others will know them and will respect them. And then when others don't know the rules, don't respect the rules, then we get upset. That's a lesson I had to learn in the union. You know, people don't know what they don't know. And getting mad at people for what they don't know. Admittedly, I realize.
I'm pretty sure he knows what
he
he's
should,
doing is typically frowned upon.
Yes.
I mean, he's not a complete animal, Jack. I mean, can we hold people accountable?
Yes. But if they don't think of it, if it's not in their mind, they don't know. And that's the thing. People, when they get into these addictions, when the mind takes over with an idea, whether it's a drug or an idea of sex or gambling, when people get taken over by ideas, they lose sight of the rest of the world. And that's what that guy is. He's in his tiny little world, focusing on, I got this need and I can't get comfortable until I get this need met. That's a sickness, man. That's not a good way to live. But
yeah, he knows it. Everyone knows it. It's not like he's shooting heroin for fun. It's not fun at that point. It's if he doesn't have it, he becomes sick. But we are coming close to the end. We have time constraints. This is going to be a short show. I think it went well.
I feel that way.
Yeah.
I hope the folks who catch it, I hope the folks who tuned in and those later, I hope they enjoy it.
I hope they enjoy it too. Special shout out to Hank.
Hank.
Hank. Special shout out to Hank.
Oh, Flamio.
Do appreciate. Oh, shout out to the Freak.
Hey.
Shout out to Midlife Bro Logic. Good to see you. Good morning, Jack. Thank you so much, the Freak.
Much love.
I'm in YouTube purgatory. There's a lot going on in my life, and I got punished by YouTube as well. A lot of things happened all at once, and I will be back at some point in some capacity. But right now, I'm going to focus on Team Talcott. We are doing this. Do we have a title? What's the title? So was it Time with Talcott, or what was the
Awaken with Jack?
Awaken with Jack. I like
Morning
that.
Brew.
No.
Okay.
Awaken with Jack.
Awaken
We're
with
going to
Jack.
go with Awaken with Jack. We don't have a schedule yet. Tomorrow.
Not yet.
Tomorrow's a no. I'm busy. Maybe Friday?
50-50.
50-50 Friday. We're shooting for 9 a.m.
Yeah. I love it.
That's the plan. We don't know what we're going to talk about, but we will talk indeed. Probably less than an hour.
Yes.
What else? Oh, hold on. Trexie in the house coming in
Hey.
with 10 euros.
Golly, jeez.
Take nothing personally, says me, a biatch who will indeed take things personally, but I'm working on it. Good to see a conversation without the disrespect, man. Thank you, Trexie.
Much love.
And again, this is the side that I want other people to see, because I know the other side of Talcott, and
thank you.
I want other people to see this side, and I want to produce for him so he doesn't read all the comments and get distracted, and just get that pure Talcott, pure unadulterated dope. So thank you so much, Trexie. 10 euros. Where's Trexie from?
Ireland.
Ireland.
Yes, across the water.
Across the
and
pond. Absolutely.
She's become a good friend. And DeFreak, a shout out to DeFreak. He was a last minute joining with me on a recent debate against atheists regarding Christianity. So DeFreak is a great supporter as well. Thank you.
Absolutely. You've got fans, Jack.
I'm humbled. I really am.
I think this show is great, because how many times can I tell you? You know what? I'll save that for the next episode. I've got a great idea. Tune in maybe Friday at 9 a.m.
Please do.
Awaken with Talcott. If I press end stream, does it? You don't have an outro video.
I do, but I play it separate. I don't have it loaded up. It's the one in the top left, if I remember right.
Let's take
under the media.
Let's take a look here.
Hey, for all those who caught this, sincerely, thank you. And yes, please stay tuned. And maybe, maybe next time, right when we start, someone will just want to contribute and open things up, joining in.
But hopefully not.
Well, and
this is so much better.
This really is. And I want to thank you, Barney, because I hope it's coming through. I really am very relaxed, and I'm very comfortable, and without the distractions. This is the other side of Jack. Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute. Something happened.
Uh-oh.
Did I just mess everything up? Gosh, what the F is this? Oh, God. What did I just press?
I don't know, dude. What were you trying to do?
Not that. Yeah, I haven't been YouTubing that much recently, so I'm kind of out of the loop.
We're all right.
All right. So
go to the media things on the left if you're doing the outro.
No, I don't know. What do we have here? Videos. Oh, outro. No.
Yeah, the one that says outro.
Oh, outro.
That's it.
All right, so that's up. Maybe we'll try to set the thumbnail up ahead of time. Get that 9 a.m. I want to get motivated to get up, start my day. I'm going to get up, start my day now.
Much love.
And I'm going to get it done. And when I get that morning dose of Talcott, pure, unadulterated, we cut all the fillers and nonsense out on this show. That's what's up. And it feels great. And I feel energized. Jack, thank you so much for joining me here at Barnabas Studios. If I see a junkie shooting up, I will pleasantly and in a friendly manner advise the policia, hey, I'm concerned there's a man shooting heroin.
There we go.
Can we send help, please?
Beautiful.
Okay. And when I come to you, I'll be like, Jack, I did such a good thing. I called the police on the junkie shooting up across the street from.
Watch they show up and it turns into a shooting and guy loses
Don't laugh.
his life.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
Thank you. You're right. That's not appropriate. That's sad.
It's not appropriate.
But and I have faith. Taking that energy, with the intention of trying to help a fellow person, I think they'd show up with a different energy too. Who knows?
Wait, if I call the cops in a pleasant manner, they'll show up pleasantly?
It's 50-50. It might help. If you show up saying, hey, there's a guy out here, there's a guy shooting up and he needs to be gone and blah, 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 versus, hey, there's someone out here, looks like they could use some help. They're shooting up in the middle of the day in a residential area. Something's not right. I think the people would respond different, but who knows?
Or should I call like this? Send the cops. I think he's got a gun. He's waving it at me. Help.
No, please. Well,
I bet they'll respond faster.
They might, but let's be honest. Hey, thank you.
Listen, yeah, we could sit here and talk all day, but I can't. I got to get my day started. I got to be productive. Thank you so much, Jack. Tune in possibly Friday, 9 a.m. for another Awaken with Talcott. That's what's up. That's what's going on. This is pure Talcott, unadulterated, none of the filler, 100% puro. That's what's up. Peace and blessings to y'all. We're out of here.